Hi, what we're going to do in this video, we're going to look at ways that you can help yourself to get sales where you may be getting no sales on eBay. But first of all, I just want to look at a few things here. Now, if you go into any eBay help group on Facebook, what you're going to notice a lot of people saying, eBay has turned my store off. They've changed the algorithm. I'm not getting any sales at all. And what we're going to do, we're going to look at how we can change this. Now, the thing is, eBay is not going to shut down your store if you're complying. So if you're complying with their terms and conditions, there's one reason why they won't stop people buying from your store. And that is they will make money from your sales. We all know every sale we make on eBay, eBay gets a commission. Seriously? Do you think they're going to stop taking their commissions by stopping your store from selling? It's rubbish. Also, you get people on there saying they must change the algorithm again because I'm getting no sales. Well, you need to take a reality check. And this is what we're going to do. Now, I'm not going to apologize. I'm going to be brutally honest about this because sometimes we need a really sharp and to the point reality check. Now, why are the sales down on eBay? It's simple. People are struggling to put food on the table for their kids, especially here in the UK right at the moment, because we're in the middle of what we call the summer holidays for the kids. They're off for about 6 weeks. Now, can you imagine a parent that struggles to make ends meet has suddenly got to come up with snacks and food throughout the day for their children? If they're struggling to do that, do you really think they're going to go and spend money on items on Amazon, on Vinted, on eBay? No, of course they're not. Nowadays, a lot of the towns and cities in the UK have all sorts of kids clubs where they will give them a meal just to make sure that children are not going without food. You know, if your sales are down, look at the economy. People with kids off school now, they've got to try and keep them entertained. And they're going to do it by taking them to the park, taking them to the beach, taking them out into the countryside, taking them for walks. They're not going to go on eBay and buy loads of stuff. So what can you do to increase your sales on eBay and get you over this slump in what you're seeing in your sales? Well, one of the first things, what you've got to do is look at your eBay listings with a very critical eye. Go through your listings and look at them as if you was looking at someone else's listings. If you've got old, outdated stock, such as technology that's moved on, or maybe you've got parts for a car that people no longer purchase because it's just not cost effective for them to actually do that, then maybe you need to change what type of stock. You may find that you're selling outdated stock or outdated items, and that is why your sales have slumped. If you're in the tech business, laptops, smartphones, whatever, the technology moves on so quickly even today that what you're trying to sell, there isn't a market there anymore. And you've got to be brutally honest with yourself about this. So what you need to do when you're looking through your listings, start with, when you pull up your listing, look at your photographs. If it's an item that you've had on your shelves for, a year, 2 years, take a look at how many photographs you put up for that. Did you back then just stick up 4 photographs and go, well, that works, that'll do it? Well, times have changed. You've got to take as many photographs as possible because you're allowed up to 24 photographs now. Are your photographs clear and sharp and in focus? Remember to look at it as if you was looking at somebody else's eBay listing. How good or how bad is the lighting for that listing? What worked 2 or 3 years ago is not going to work today because people are so wary and so savvy about avoiding getting sold bad items or items that are not as described. Nowadays, people won't even think twice about returning an item because they know they can get their money back. You've got to up your game, guys, being with the chance of selling consistently. Also, critically review your description for each item. If you've just got car radio works, that doesn't tell me anything, and it doesn't tell a potential seller anything. Now, why did I mention a car radio? Well, before I started recording this video this morning, I actually went online and there was somebody that's put up a car radio for sale. He wants something like £15 for it, and in his description he has put car radio working. Doesn't tell me what car it came out of, and doesn't tell me any of the functions. Does it have FM and AM radio on it? Are the connections that you need on the back of the radio in place? Didn't show that. He just showed the front of the camera. No, sorry, he just showed a couple of photographs of the front of the radio, just the front panel. That was it. That is all he showed. He didn't show the part of the back. He didn't show the label that usually you find on the outer casing of a car radio, and he's hoping to sell that. Now, I'm hoping not, but if one of your listings looks like that, you need to get more photographs up and you need to change your description. Not tomorrow, not later on in the day. Go and do it now, because you're never going to sell an item like that. As you're looking through that description, make sure that you put the key features in. Now, we was talking about the radio. Is it digital? Is it DAB radio? Does it have FM and AM, medium wave? You know, these are all the things that people that are looking for this radio or looking for a radio to put in their car are looking for. Now, if you've got a radio and it's come out of a Land Rover or a Range Rover, then you need to put that on the listing as well. You know, years ago, you could just put one line for your description. Doesn't really work these days. You've got to be more descriptive. You've got to have more content in that description. Also, you need to look at, are you pricing competitively? Now, I don't mean are you listing at the lowest price on eBay, but what you've got to do, you have got to price competitively, so that you're not selling, say, a radio, or let's get off this radio thing. Okay, you're selling a pair of trainers. They're good, they're worn, but they're not in first class condition. They're not excellent as if they've just come out the box. So trying to sell them close to the price that they sell for in the shops is not going to work. What you need to do is bring that pricing in line with what other people have actually sold the items for on eBay. Now, I'm hoping you noticed that I said items that have sold. A lot of people, especially I found new resellers, will forget to check what prices things are actually selling for. They look at prices of what people are listing them for on eBay. If you're a reseller, you probably know this. Now, as a reseller, you probably know how to check what items on eBay have actually sold for. If not, let me just get onto the computer screen and I'll show you how to do that. Right, let's compare the prices that items actually sell for against the price that people list them on eBay for. Now, as you can see, I'm in my seller hub. So I am an eBay seller. I'm not just a content creator on YouTube. As you can see, I'm a top rated seller. So what we need to do, we need to search for the item that we're looking to put on eBay. Now, I picked up a cookware bread maker the other day. I should say Cookworks bread maker the other day. Let's search for that. Now, the one I picked up was this one. Now, there's a price there, $39.99 with free postage. Go down a bit further until we find a similar one again. Here we are. This one they're trying to get £60 for plus postage on top. Find one more. Same again, £45 plus £20, 25 postage. So you're looking at £65. And this is what people are listing them for on eBay. So if we go back to the top and we want to find out what is the price that these bread makers tend to sell for. Now, if you wanted to, you could hang out for the top price, and it may sit there for months on end or even a year. Myself, I like to get it turned around and invest that profit back into more stock. So what we do is we scroll down here on the left hand side. You've got all these features and settings and materials that you can do a search on and narrow your search right down. But we're interested in going down to the end of these, and you click on sold items. And there we go. We've got the Cookworks bread maker. That's actually sold for £30. Another one here, that was on there for 60, but it went for 48. So they obviously took an offer, or they offered 20% off. This one went for 90, but it was brand new. We're looking for pre-owned ones. That was an auction because they had one bid. That was an auction. Now there we go. This is more like it. 39.99. That's with free postage. Again, someone had one on there for 38.59 with £6.49 postage. Another one went 34.99 plus £6.50 postage, so just over £40. So you're getting a rough idea now that these bread makers sell for about £40 to £45, which allows you to be more competitive with your pricing. So if we go back to where they're listed, so you've got $39.99. That is a good price because it includes postage. It's free postage rather. So we've got this one here. That's at £40, and the next one, exactly the same model, is £72 in total because it's £60 and £12.50 postage. And this one again at £45 and £20 postage. So if yours is on there for £45 with free postage, people are more likely to consider yours because of the price difference. That is how you can work out your competitive pricing, not just for a bread maker, but for any item that you're going to put on sale on eBay. So, what we've covered here, and we've looked at descriptions about viewing them critically. Go and have a look at your descriptions and your photographs and compare it to someone else. If you know a few shops on eBay by some of the top resellers, go and have a look to see what they're doing. And I'm not saying copy their description word for word, but maybe you'll get some ideas of how to improve your description, how to improve your lighting, how to improve your photographs. Now, one of the last things you need to do if you found that your sales are slumped, go and do a stock take. A lot of people will do a stock take maybe twice a year, maybe even once a year. Go and do a stock take this week, because honestly, listings do fall off of eBay. I've known this for years and I've seen it time and time again in my own listings. The other week when I was at my unit, I moved a couple of boxes, and on the bottom shelf that they were in front of was a Technics amp. Now these go for about £160 used, and I was moving it around and I suddenly remembered that I couldn't remember seeing that on my listings. So I got my phone out and checked, and it wasn't on my listings, but I know that it was listed at some point. So you need to keep an eye on your stock, what you've got on your eBay account and what you've actually got in your unit or in your shed or your garage, wherever you store your stock. Go and do a stock take this week. It might surprise you. I tell you what, if you do a stock take and you realize that yes, you found items that suddenly are no longer on eBay, chuck a comment below, because it'd be interesting to see how many of you are finding that that has happened. Now, I'm hoping that this video has helped you in some way, maybe sort of given you a nudge or even a kick up the backside to go and sort out your, your listings and everything. But sometimes we need that, don't we? We need that shove or that push, or as I said, a kick up the backside to get us going again. So go check your stock, check your listings, and hopefully the sales will start coming soon. If you've liked this video, give it a like and subscribe. That way you'll get notified when my new videos go up. Bye for now.